timing. Thank you for the enthusiasm. Timing is important. See, she's all puffing up. I'm curious if she'll laugh on a gray day like this, but we'll give it a try. So, all right, you ready, girl? Tango, being a hawk, is a typical raptor. Now what that means is that he has feet. On the end of his toes are claws called talons. Those are his weapons. He will use his feet to grab on and hold on to exceptionally large animals. And even though this bird only weighs about 1.5 pounds, everyone get a good one. And again though, if he caught this bird, if he caught something as large as a jack efficiently, eating his meal before other animals steal it from him. And his most impressive trait, though, is his eyesight. This bird can see at least 4 to 8 times better than you and I can. That means that he could spot his prey from about 1 mile away, even tell what color it was, because raptors do see in color. In fact, we believe a wider range of color than you and I see in, possibly even in animals as small as mice and lizards. But being from the desert, it's not uncommon for them to catch rattlesnakes. That is impressive prey, for you may only make a mistake once. Back down here, Tango. Now, because he is so very different from the raptors, Tango, right down here, buddy. Make anyone else nervous. He's looking in the direction of Mother Goose. Right down here, Tango. Show off. Because raptors are so very good at hunting, falconers for more than 5,000 leather straps upon his ankles. They're known as jesses. They work sort of like a leash and collar on a dog, allows us to gain control of our bird should we need to. So let me ask, what do you think of Tango here? Isn't he impressive? He's doing a good job. It is time to send him home. I want to see if we can show off a little bit. We've been trying to get him to fly from this side perch all the way back into his door. He's been hesitant today, but we'll give it a try. If it works, it looks pretty neat. So, Tango, go home, buddy. Go home, Tango. Give him a hand. Owls have certain traits that make them very different from the day-active predators that let them hunt so well at night. You might have already is 100 times better than we can at night. We've seen owls like this hunting for prey as small as a mouse from a football field away. Whoa! Did either of you gentlemen get that picture? You have a picture of the last thing a mouse sees, and it's located on the other end of the bird. But that dark outline is known as a facial disc, and it's made of sound-sensitive feathers that funnel sound into huge ear openings on the side of his head. This bird's hearing is so powerful, he can find that same mouse under 2 feet of grass or snow and catch it without ever seeing it. They have another trait, though, the ability to sneak up on their prey. So listen as he flies by, especially when he flaps his wings. See what you hear. Go ahead, Artemis, to the back. To the back. There we go. They fly quietly because they have exceptionally soft feathers. So when their feathers rub together, there are no rubbing or friction sounds. They don't make friction sounds with the air. Go back down here, Artemis. Artemis, right here, buddy. There we are. So let me ask, what do you say for Artemis? Isn't he incredible? It is time to send him home. I'm curious if we can get him to glide from the back perch all the way home. So I want to give this a try. So to the back, Artemis. There we go. Hey. And fair warning, he has to glide across the audience to get back to his door. All right. You ready, Artemis? Artemis, go home. Artemis, would you do it for 2 Mises pieces? Give him a hand. All right, you're here to the door. See, all the way home. Give him a hand. Vegas here, by the way, is only a bit more than 6 months old. And she was born this past spring. And by the way, she is full grown. She's not going to get any larger. Most flighted birds are full grown by the time they leave the nest. Now, she will muscle up and even get even better at flying for us. Now, the way I wanted to show her off is by what we call lure flying. This is essentially a game of keep away that the falcon always eventually wins. I've here in my hand what we call a lure. It's a fake leather bird, has a food reward attached to it, and Vegas there has been trained to attack this just like prey in the wild. Historically speaking, this is how a falconer would exercise his bird, keep it healthy and ready for the hunt. Now, in our case, it allows me to show off a bit of their speed, agility, and skill. However, flying a falcon right here where I stand is very difficult because the building is so close and so tall, I can't fly her efficiently or even safely. So what I want to do is to walk to the back of the audience where we have more open air so I can really show her off. Now, don't worry, everyone that's seated, you can see just my least favorite game. For all you folks standing back here, if you could continue to scoot back to about where that white sign is, I need a very large circle. Look, falcon food. There you go. All right. So if we take just a few more steps back and appreciate it. Now, anyone else that's standing back here? Yeah! You don't sound very enthusiastic. Yeah! All right, Christy. Hup. Now, for starters, you'll notice that this bird has a very long tail that she uses as a rudder to steer and maneuver. But also, her wings are different. They're long, narrow-pointed, and swept back. The swept back pointed wings have less drag or less air friction, so they don't slow down nearly as much when they dive. If you've ever wondered why falcons have to be fast, it's because they catch and eat other birds. Now, it is the hunting style, though, for a falcon to get maybe 1,000 feet up in the air and fly in large circles and wait for their prey to fly underneath, like maybe a pigeon or a dove. When they spot that prey, they tuck their wings and dive bomb. They impact it in midair, usually stun it, if not even kill it, and knock it to the ground. Hey, Vegas, we have to do this until everyone applauds. All right, one more good pass. There we go. We'll let you catch your prey. Everyone, Vegas!